Okay, guys, I am just going to finish this. I just needed it recorded. So we are Bridget and Emmanuel Macron, right? Bridget and Emmanuel Macron, it was a social thing. He just didn't meet her at school. What made it easy for them is that they were in the same social group and they saw each other and they socialized. So meeting at school. Hi, Miss Fowler. I can see it. I can see your post. I decided that I was going to continue because for some reason I was booted off, so I'm back. So anyway, as I was saying, um, you know what? These people didn't meet at school. These people knew each other. Like she was socializing with him. She was with him. Her parents, his parents, their uncles, their aunts. It's like they knew each other. Does that make sense? They knew each other. They socialized. They were together. So Emmanuel didn't just see Bridget at school, right? Uh-uh. They knew each other. So he said the familiarity, the socialization. Yes, Daisy, the familiarity, the socialization was a background to their relationship. So maybe they knew each other. Basically, what he is saying is that he has known Brigitte all his life. Okay, basically, he has known her his whole life. I am Stacy. I'm gonna make you moderator too for saying that. Oh gosh. Alrighty. Yeah, he has known her his whole life. So, yeah. And like I said, their society was a breeding ground for this relationship. Now, let us ask the deep questions because he is saying the society that he was in is a breeding ground. Now let's ask him what did they do, like, because adults could have been doing stuff with kids, you know. And he laughs when I say that. He's a very strong character. She's a very weak energy. She's very childish, very weak. He is very strong, very, very strong. Let me tell you, this man does not discuss politics with Brigitte. Like, she's not the power behind the man. She is very, very feminine, and she sticks to her feminine role of decorating the house, decorating herself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know? Well, it touches my, well, thank you for saying that, Stacy. Yeah, it's like, okay, how old were you when you and Brigitte first slept together? How old were you when you and Brigitte first slept? He laughs. He is very open. I'm surprised about that. Well, not as soon as he wanted to. he asked her for some when he was much younger, and she said no. See, there's nothing kinky about this woman. So he asked her for some when he was much younger, and she said no. Okay, but we heard 15 we heard 15. You say he said 16, he said 15, but he wanted to at like 11, 12, 13, and he approached her. He approached her and he said, "Give it to me." You were close, mommy. And he said, "Give it to me." QQ, you should be the one the reading for my five free classes. And she said no. Okay, so she was very conservative in saying no. Okay, so she refused, but he went for it again. He is on the right and she is on the left. When it did happen, he did the approach. Okay, he did the approach. I'm not going to see him as a pedo. I was hoping he was a pedophile, Nina, but he goes for the old ladies. He really likes them wrinkles, bitches. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't lie to you. I was really hoping. I was truly hoping that he liked the young ones, but no. He is the one we golden oldies have to be afraid of. Okay, because I'm serious. Because you know what? When he finally, hi Essence, when he finally got the good goods, right? He forced himself on her. It was a violent physical clash in which he overpowered her. I mean, the shells are like showing it right there, in which, you know what I'm saying, Erica? In which he overpowered her, and and she had to take it. And he said, well, she was small, so yeah, she had to take it. He overpowered her. I imagining him screeching and screaming every day. No, this one is one we've never met before. This one is very happy with chasing Trump's mother. I mean, I've heard of men like that. I've just never read a man wired like that. You know, and yeah, I'm sorry. This guy. Mm-mm. He's not into kids. Even he says, no, 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 no. So I'm going to ask him, why old women? Okay, so basically, I don't think she sees it as rape, but we would see it as rape because she says she was very embarrassed. I think her age and being overpowered by a younger man, do you know what I'm saying? It was too much. It left her trembling. That's what she said. This is when I love my job. This is when I love my job. Nikisha says he's a rare one. No, Nikisha, in Africa, there are males like that. You know that you know that old women have more chances of being raped in my part of Africa than younger women. Do you know that? Because they are men like that, and he is anyway. This is when I love my job, guys. This I can read. I can read this. Okay, so anyway, he like pounced on her, and she was very embarrassed to be taken. Okay, but he was very serious about his business. Okay, so now let's ask. Okay, let's ask him. Why do you like older women, Emmanuel? The way they smell. Why do you like older women, Emmanuel? The way they smell. He says the scent. The scent of a woman. Okay, that the scent between the rivers, between the river, between that river, the scent of the river between. It's like he says, it's like aged wine. It's like something he can rise to the occasion for. So basically, he rises to the occasion, right? When the set hits him, and then he says yes, and then he's in business. So they arouse him. Oh my God. He says maturity enhances the pleasure. He says he takes no pride in giving pain and all that. He is, however, worried about her deteriorating mind. So this is where the violence comes in. Her mind is deteriorating, and it causes her to be a little volatile. And so, he has to be a little volatile in return. But other than that, he's good. Okay. So he sees it as, he sees himself as a connoisseur. He is a connoisseur. A connoisseur. He is really trying to explain it to me, and we are getting there. We are getting there. Give us time. Okay. He keeps saying that older women are elegant. They are sure of themselves. They know what they can bring to the world. They are not nervous. He calls them tickies. Tickies. Like, he can't stand the energy of a younger woman. He can't. He can't stand it. He can't stand the energy of young women. The models, he's saying that. The models, and he's making a face. He can't. I had to let it out. He can't take. He says they have a sense of confusion, and it turns him off. They are too eager. They have got no dignity, no essence. Again, the scent of a woman, no essence. They like no class, and all those things that can only be developed with maturity. It's hard sometimes to put what a soul is saying into actual words, right? Into actual words. They are disrespectful. No, he says they are dirty. disrespectful and dirty. Like, but the sweating, the hormones, the just anything that goes with a younger female, it's it's not his thing. Okay, I'm failing to describe what he is saying. The essence, the scent, the I'm really failing, guys. The joie de vivre. I think the joy of life. He says they think they have, yeah, he says younger women think they have the joy of life. They don't. They don't have it. Hi, Ruby. Glad you found us. They don't have it. He says older women have the joy of life, the joy de vivre. I mean, I did French for 6 years. I'm still killing it, but I can't understand why Candice kills it worse. Joy, yeah, joy. Like, yeah, you get what? Yeah, he likes the stability. He says it's, he can be a beast, bring himself out to play, right? And then he can calm himself down and just, wallow in the essence of the older woman. you know yeah, it is live. Yeah. Any questions for the man who loves older women? Maybe the dude is too well. I tried to explain it. He is the type that a man doesn't introduce to his mother. Okay. Because, the man might just get up and his mother is gone. Okay. Lucky Star, well, she meets them. She's in their company. He likes them old. And no, I really was going for the pedophilia for the really, really young. No, he thinks youth smells. He's not a pedo. I'm very disappointed. Does he want to be with his mother on the low? Do you want to be with your mother on the low? He finds his mother very manly. Do you want to be with your mother on the low? You want to? No, a shell fell. That's a definite no. He finds his mother to be very masculine. Yes, he said younger women have lost the elegance of womanhood. Okay, the answer is no. He has had a terrible relationship with his mother from day one. But that's what I was saying, that I think he was looking for something that wasn't in his mom. And yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He doesn't have a good relationship with his mother. He says he was a loner. He was an individual, unique in his family. Everybody else fit the mold. He didn't. So his mother tried to get him to fit the mold too. Like, why can't you be like other people? But his way of thinking, his way of viewing life, his way of doing him, it was very contrary to the rest of his family. He has no regrets because now he is the one with the family purse strings. He holds them together. He makes the money for the family. Like, he is the guy. Mhm. Why is his friends with PDF files? He says, what friends? He says he doesn't have friends. He only has Bridget. His exact words. He says, my wife is my friend. I took her from another man. I made her leave another man for me. He is very controlling as well. He's very controlling, but she's okay with it. It's like me. I'm okay with a controlling man because I'm way out there. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm way out there. So as long as I don't feel abused, I'm good. This is her, right? But there is fighting, a lot of scratching. He does say it's because of her mind degrading from old age, but he feels like she's his friend. This is not a man who has friends, if that makes sense. He says he thinks differently from other people. Does he see other men like that are capable or willing to take women from other men? He says every man does it. It just depends with who we are taking. Yeah, he likes classics. Yes. So he 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 loves everything about his wife. I'm not kidding you. He loves the way she runs the house, the way everything, everything. Ask if he has a sangoma, a wizard he speaks with. He said no, he doesn't believe in such things, and he laughs. Yeah, he loves everything about his wife. He says he will be lost without her. So he is going to try to keep her with him for as long as he can. Yeah, loves everything about his wife. He says, I see beyond the flesh. Teddy, honestly, she's old. She's an old bag of bones. At some point, she's going to die. Okay. He says, he sees beyond the flesh, beyond the decaying skin, beyond. He sees beyond that. Again, it goes back to essence. I'm going to look up the meaning of essence at this point. Give me time, guys. Because maybe I'm missing the point, right? So I'm going to look it up. Google is my friend. Okay, essence, meaning. Because he's saying it in the intrinsic. Okay. See, I knew it. The intrinsic nature or indispensable quality of something, especially something abstract, that determines its character. Energy. He is about her soul. He says correct. Yeah. He is about her soul. So he was attracted to her soul. He had, and nothing else matters. Yes. Yeah. No, this is not a shallow guy. He said he is unique. He doesn't think the same as most people. He has a lot of contempt for Trump and a lot of contempt for Africans. And he says African leaders. And for the reason that he has so much contempt is because they are basic. I'm making it simple. They are basic. He says, the bimbo, like the Trump's wife, the bimbo, right? The bimbo, the children, the showboating. He's meaning African leaders. The showboating. It's also unpleasant, childish. Yeah. But her soul was at the age of 8 a year ago. Well, let's just listen to what they say. you know. So yeah. So it's like he said, "Do you know how many people I had to fight in order to be with her, in order to marry her? I fought the whole world for her." Well, Mr. Macron, leave Africa and this world. He said, we are leaving. So he fought for her. He said, I understand the value of things. I understand what matters. I fought for a woman and the way of life that I wanted. I fought for it. How many men can stand up and say the same thing? How many men? But how many men can go and just get bimbos? Yeah. Yeah. So, he is very, yeah. Oh my gosh, this I don't know who's also married to a much older woman he got with when he was 17. Yeah, that's what he says. He says, he's literally like, he doesn't understand why the world doesn't see that he is the one who pursued this woman. He says, Bridget, she's simple. Remember what I was saying? That she's a little girl. Now it comes out. He says she's simple. She could not have been the one who would have made me do anything. I am the one who made her do. She is simple. He doesn't have kids and he doesn't want any. He doesn't have kids and he doesn't want any children. He says again, that is basic. Because I'm an animal, must I breed? That's what he's asking. Because I'm an animal, must I breed? Must I breed just because I'm an animal? Any other questions, guys? Because I be tired. I am tired. Tomorrow I've got client readings, and then I'm going to be uploading stuff on Patreon. I'm going to be uploading Candice's reading on Patreon tomorrow, and I was really bored with it. I did it just for light entertainment, but I was bored in the end. The fuck. But I'm going to be uploading it tomorrow on Patreon. And I hope you enjoyed watching the one today that was on. And I am going to do more spells against the energies of Trump. I swear to God, the next spells are the energies of Trump so that you can push them away from your workplace and your environment so that you're not touched by it. And that's it, guys. So yeah, glad he acknowledges he's an animal. Yeah, he's very French. Did you load on Patreon? I didn't see anything. There's wait. They should be the one on Diddy and Trump. The relation, remember, I was trying to clarify everything. It should be coming at maybe 9 p.m. my time. I'm not sure. In about 30 minutes, there is a new one on Diddy and Trump. And then I am going to upload tomorrow how to remove the Trump energies from your sphere of influence so that you don't get, you don't lose your job, because I'm about jobs right now. We're gonna create a bubble of protection so that these shenanigans don't touch your ass. I'm not about that life. And I will, drop that Tuesday or Wednesday. But yes, today there should be one on Trump and Diddy. Yeah, I figure you can remove individual energy. So that's what my ancestors and I are gonna do. Yeah, we're going to create a bubble. And then, you're going to live within that bubble and let the world go crazy, but you're still in that bubble. Okay, guys, I have to go. Thank you so much for coming back when we got cut off. Thank you so much. And which ones are better in your opinion, Europeans or American whites? I find Europeans more racist than American whites, so you be the judge. I hate to tell you this, but I actually prefer white Africans in Africa than any other white people. I actually prefer white Africans in Africa, even the Afrikaners. I prefer them to any other white people. I find Europeans more racist than white Americans and white Canadians. That's why I never spent my dollar in Europe. I don't give a fuck. I do not spend my dollar. Elon was only born in South Africa. He was actually raised in LA and Canada. And, so I don't see Elon as an African. He was just born in Africa, stayed there a few years, then left. I just, when I say I prefer white Africans, I'm not saying that they are not racist. Please don't get me. I was asked a question. Who do you prefer, white Americans or white Europeans? And I said neither. I find white Americans less racist compared to white Europeans. I can't stand European racism. It's in your face right there. Then I said, actually, I prefer white Africans to all white people because their racism is a hand away and I can ignore it. Okay. Okay. It's like, you get what I'm saying, guys? I prefer it because, motherfucker, I don't have to pay attention to you at all. And it won't mean that I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, white Americans are so much better than Europeans. Europeans are good at gaslighting white Americans. White Europeans are good at gaslighting white Americans, telling white Americans, you're very racist, but they are worse. Oh my God, they are worse than white Americans. So yeah, if I had to choose, I would choose white Americans. I also do choose white Americans over white Canadians. White Canadians are more racist, way more racist than white Americans, right? So I would say white Americans, then I would say white Africans, then white Americans, then white Canadians, then white Europeans. They are the worst. Why do so but want black women romantically? I can't speak for them, mommy. I can't. I just did a reading on Candace. If you watch it on Patreon, you might get the idea. It's the energy that I get all the time. I mean, sometimes I don't, but 90% of the time, the Candace thing with her husband, that's pretty much what I get. I mean, I've had white boyfriends. I'm an equal opportunity employer. The only other man that I've ever loved besides my son's father is a white man. Okay. But the energy still existed between us, because if it didn't exist between us, you wouldn't have treated me the way he did. I don't know if that makes sense, but I still love him. I still love him a great deal, but it's the same energy. So if you watch Candice's reading, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, do I email you the reading or just inquire about through email? Okay, you have to read me in person. So just say you would like to just send me an email saying you would like to set up an appointment for a reading for me. In other words, dear Gogo, I would like to give you a reading for the class. Then I will set up an appointment for you. Do I do mini readings? I do mini readings as in one question, $40, of which the tariffs are going to take 15. Yeah, seriously, the tariffs are cutting me even more. So yeah, $40. www.isabelmitton.ca, but it's one question only. For me, I have to sleep, then get the answer. That too. I don't have to sleep though. I'm talking to the dead all day. Like one of the people who read me says, "You're always talking to the dead." I said, "Yeah, bitch, they're my best friends." Please email me. They are my best friends. Okay, people, I love you lots. Thank you so much for the support on Patreon. Please bring your friends, because I don't get paid by YouTube. I don't get paid by Instagram. I don't get paid by TikTok because I'm a Canadian. We don't get paid. The Canadians who get paid is because they registered themselves in America. So I don't get paid. So my Patreon keeps my lights on. My Patreon pays my bills, and sometimes, like these days, since I got old, I get so tired that I'm stretching out my personal readings. They are really stretched out because I get so tired. So thank you for supporting my Patreon. Please continue to do so. Join me in my diary on Blue Sky, and that is truly my fucking diary. I saw a Nigerian girl film herself pooping, and she showed us the poop coming out of her and hitting a dirty, stinky ass toilet, and she had millions of views. And I said to myself, if people are doing that, I can as well have an open diary. So, you will get to hear my thoughts, how I decipher my dreams after I wake up, what my ancestors have told me. You will get it in real life. Oh, yeah, I still can't get over that girl pooping. I was so shocked, even though the Nigerian girl warned us. She said, this is a warning beforehand, but I wasn't expecting to see such horrors. So if she can do that, I can teach you through my personal thoughts what's going on with me spiritually, and that's all free. I really have decided in my old age that I hate money. I need it to survive, but I hate it. I don't want to charge everything that I do. Okay. So I'm so behind because of the exhaustion, right? Yes, Blue Sky, go easy. GOGOISSEY, like my Instagram. So, you will get to learn, especially when you're a spiritual person, you will get to learn I couldn't like do like recording myself every day thing. I need someone to do it. So I decided to write it instead. So you can learn how I get my spells and also exactly what I'm thinking and how I'm thinking it, because I don't hold back. Okay. But you will learn a lot. And as I never had that. As a spiritual person, I needed somebody to do that. Got thoughts on Kendrick's Super Bowl performance? I saw it. I thought it was amazing. He's all about black power, but seriously speaking, he wasn't thinking about black power. He was thinking about money. So, I was taken off, and like Vanessa, I saw her. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Vanessa. I saw her, and what the world was thinking is not what Kendrick and her were doing. They were, to African Americans and their achievements. That to African Americans and their achievements. And she did the Crips walk that she did, the dance that she did at Wimbledon, to say, look how far we have come. Okay, they were doing it, like we're the shit. We are the shit. We hold America together. We are the international arm of the United States. And you know what? He's right. Because otherwise, Trump was going to hit us first. He was going to hit us black people first. But because of the achievements of African Americans, Black History Month continues tomorrow on Instagram. Because of the achievements of African Americans, those who walked before us, those who sacrificed, those who were lynched, those who were eaten, those who were beaten to death, those who were thrown in the waters, those who refused to sit in the back of the bus, those who had decisions to make, like, do I go back into slavery? Because of all of those people, Trump can't touch us today. Because of the sportsmen and women who have put America on the map, because of Michael Jackson, because of Teddy Pendergrass, because of the Kool and the Gang, because of Kool and the Gang, because I was a fan, because of Kool and the Gang, because of Whitney Houston, Trump can't touch us. Okay? That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. That's what the whole Super Bowl performance was saying. That's what he was saying. And of course, he wanted the money. He could see the money, but that's what he was saying. So I'm so glad you mentioned it, because Black History Month is my precious month. It is my precious month, and it happily takes us into the day of light. So my final message to you guys is, you know what? We were made for this. I will say it again. I said it in my Candice readings, but I'll say it again. Do you know, as a Black person, let's be honest with ourselves. When we see hardships, something clicks inside us. Something clicks, and we say, we're going to survive this shit. Okay. It clicks. It clicked in me, and I was born all the way in Africa. Okay. It clicks. And we say, okay, exactly, survival mode kicks in. I'm in survival mode right now, bitches. And I'm okay with that because guess what? We were born for this moment when the Nazis raised their heads. We were born for it. So, know that inside you, right? There's a click. Even as the Nazis are trying to ruin my southern Africa, we will survive it. They tried to take down the Republic of Zimbabwe. They failed. Do you know what I'm saying? As Black people, we were born for the hard times. So we're going to sail through this. But this time, we are standing on our ancestors. Okay? We are standing on all the millions of African Americans who gave their lives to the cause. This time, we are standing on their blood. We will be difficult to pull down. They ain't never going to do it. It ain't never going to happen. It's not going to happen. So be strong, be calm, get your nails done, girl. Drink your tea, drink your wine. Okay, let's rest. It's our time to put our feet up. We've been fighting since before we were born. We have been fighting. Put our feet up and let Kendrick Lamar and our artists always remind them that we may be nothing to them, but the world is watching. Okay? We are never free, no, but we will always survive. We're going to survive this. We're going to, because, bitches, we got our helmets on. We already have our helmets on. We got our shoes on. You know it. So, yeah. I love you lots, guys. I gotta go. Hopefully, I see you next week, Monday. Kisses. And see you on Patreon. Bye.